Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. Hi, hello. My name is Caiileee, and today's video I decided to do a booktube newbie tag. Now I've seen this floating around and I've seen a lot of people doing it, and I decided let me give it a shot. So this is what we're doing.
She was too independent.
I'm a little sick right now. I don't know what happened from yesterday to today, like 24 hours. My whole body just changed. So excuse me if, I don't know, something happens and it's just me coughing and me sneezing and me either drinking my tea that I have here that is way too hot to take a sip right now. Anyway, booktube newbie tag. Question 1 is, why did you start this channel? In reality, I started this channel because I really just wanted friends. I wanted friends to really talk about books with, to get recommendations from. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love booktube. I love it. This is why I'm here. But just watching all the time, I'm like, I really wanted to interact more. Hopefully one day, if there's a book YouTuber in New York with me and we could hang out and so that's really my main reason. I have my family, but like my sister, she just wants the tea. Okay, she just wants the tea. She doesn't care how the book made me feel or anything. She just wants to know who's cheating on who did what wrong and why. And everyone else I really talk to, they don't really care, and they probably would never read the books that I am telling them about. Even if it is really good, okay? They're just not those type of people. So I'm just looking for more book lovers in this world to be friends with. Back in the day when I was like 7 or 8 years ago, I wanted to do a YouTube channel with my ex at the time, but that would have just been really fucking embarrassing because we broke up. So I'm glad that didn't happen. And then 2 or 3 years ago, I was really into gaming, and I thought, hey, like if I build my PC and put money into this, then there's no other option that I'm gonna have but to do it. And then I didn't. When I finally found my love for reading again, everything just felt right. And I have anxiety too, so most of the times when I think about doing something like crazy, like big like that, like pretty much really pushed me out there. Recently, for some reason, my anxiety has just been through the roof. So I was really scared and I was really nervous, but for the booktube community, it just all felt right. It was like, oh, this is, like in my head, it was like, this is why I haven't done it all these other times that I wanted to do it, because this was the moment I was supposed to do it in. I adore reading. Actually, reading has been a big help in my life. So I really made this channel because it just felt right. It felt like this is where I'm supposed to be right now, and I also felt this is the community that I really want to be in, and hopefully get to make my own community out of it. Even if it's small, I don't care. I just want to have some friends and I want to have a good time and talk about fun books. And yeah. Question 2 is, what is unique about this channel? For some reason, this was really hard for me to think about. Because I feel like everyone kind of brings their own unique thing, if not with their personality, then with their own thoughts of how they feel about a book, because everyone's opinions are totally different from each other's. I guess still learning, you know, I'm still learning what genres I love, I'm still learning what books I really gravitate towards, but then at the same time, I don't really have a genres that I gravitate towards more. Once I try one, I end up loving it. I'm like, oh, I want to go down the rabbit hole now. Just me being open to everything, all genres, being down to try something new is something that's gonna be unique with this channel. Even for Stephen King, I don't really see a lot. I see a few, but I don't see a lot of book girlies out there that really want to read Stephen King, because I get it. There are some fucking disturbing books out there by Stephen King. I get you, but I want to read them. I want to read every last one of Stephen King's books. That's like a goal of mine, and eventually I am going to achieve that goal. I have a feeling. The most disturbing books I'm okay with. I might have a few feelings, but I am okay with reading them, and I probably will have a good time reading it too. I don't know if that makes me morbid or something, but I will probably have a good time reading them too. Okay, moving on. Question 3 is, why do you love reading? I feel like everyone probably has the exact same reasonings, is because escapism. You know, escapism is great, especially with the world we have these days, and I live in New York, so like crazy things happens it happens every single day, crazy things around the world. I just feel like New York is wild for no reason. Like the things I've seen happen in the city recently, I'm just like, this is why I don't go outside. This is exactly why I don't go outside. I also feel like I love reading because it's also knowledge, and it's knowledge that you just get to learn new things every time you read a book. If it's even just something simple as a new word that you didn't know, or wanted to learn more about vampires, and then you go ahead and pick up a book with vampires and then you learn more, or like werewolves and you pick up a book with werewolves and you learn more. It just amplifies knowledge in a way. Like, even I love self-help books. I'm not afraid to really admit it. I love reading self-help books. Definitely loved it more when I was younger because that's when I really needed. I feel like I've definitely benefited from them now as I am getting older. Midnight Library, which is also one of my favorite books ever. She's in this library, and like all of the books in that library is like a book that she could have lived if she like made a decision differently, or if she stuck with hobbies that she had, or if she chose a job instead of the job that she did choose, or you get me, right? And each book is like a life that she could have lived, and that's kind of what I'm getting from books. Like, we can't be magical fairies, but when I'm in a book, I am the magical fairy. You know, I feel like I am the main character sometimes. It's also for me living different lives that I can't. Question 4 is, what are your favorite books? Right now, I don't have any new favorites. I do have one new favorite that was definitely 5-star for me, and that was Tomorrow and Tomorrow and Tomorrow. But my favorite books of all time that I read like way long ago is Midnight Library, for sure. The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue, I really love that one. Night Crawling, I really love that one. Daisy Jones and the Six, I really enjoyed Daisy Jones and the Six, okay? Don't come for me, but I really enjoyed it, alright? See, a lot of my 5-star reads, I wouldn't necessarily consider them a favorite. You know, they were really good, I rated them 5, but they weren't like a 6-star read for me, you know? So I haven't really had that many 6-star reads for me in a while. So what was the last 6-star read that I had? We Caged the Animals at Night by Jennings Michael Birch. That book was wild, really crazy, really loved it. So real and raw and genuine, and just shows you how people can be, you know? Yeah, those are some of my favorite books. Oh, and Better Than the Movies is also one of my favorite books. I haven't really gotten to dive deep into reading like that, so all the books I kind of missed out, I feel like, a little bit. So I'm pretty much trying to play catch up and trying to play catch up as I am not being left out again into the new stuff. So it's been kind of a weird one for me because I'm trying to read all the new books but trying to catch up on all the old books that I missed. Question 5 is challenges you have to overcome. There's 2, I feel like. One is talking, just in general. I have like a slight speech impediment a little bit. Like my brain just like, but it is what it is. I can't really control it sometimes. Sometimes I want to say words and the words do not come out the way I want. So I feel like that is also a little bit going to be a struggle and a challenge for me because I feel like I'm gonna have to edit so much just to make sure like and repeat my sentences just to make sure like I was really heard and understood correctly. My pronunciation sometimes just takes a little more thought process in it to actually say certain words than just like have it rolling off of my tongue and it still being perfect and I'm just like talking out of my mind. Sometimes I really have to think about the words that I want to say before I actually say them. And I really like talking about books. I am realizing so far because Sorry, I'm like fixing my hair as I'm saying this. I am realizing so far, but that one little piece right there, I see, is annoying the crap out of me. Okay. I have a few videos out now, and when I do talk about books, it's kind of hard for me because like I don't really have anyone that I talk to about like how the writing was or how it made me feel or how, you know, more in-depth stuff like that I don't really talk to people about. So I feel like because of that I kind of got stuck in my ways to not do that. So now I'm talking to you guys, I just have to like kind of rewire my brain a little bit more and talk more in depth about the feelings and the construct and the plot wise. So I just feel like for me the challenge is going to be talking about books the way that I know I would want someone to talk about books to me in. I'm trying to find that happy medium of not being a spoiler and telling you all the spoilers, but also giving you in-depth of what I truly felt and not just say good, bad, you know, like actually giving you real pointers why you should or why you should not read a certain book. So, but I feel like everything's just gonna come with time. I am confident enough to do that, and I'm confident to grow with it, and I know it's going to take a little while, and it's just gonna take more practice and me doing these videos more often for me to actually get there. So yeah, please just bear with me for a little while. Question 6 is, where do you read? Honestly, anywhere. Anywhere, everywhere, I don't care. I could be reading the most smuttiest book and I wouldn't care where I'm reading. I will bring a book with me that's over 500 pages anywhere. I will read on the train, I will read on the bus, I would read waiting online, I will read literally anywhere. Sometimes if I'm like mid-chapter and I had to get off the train, I will walk and read. A lot of people probably hate me because of that, but I'm like, at least I'm not on my phone. At least I am reading, I'm doing something productive. Yeah, I'm walking a tad bit slower, but just go around me, it's okay. Like, it's New York, whatever. But when I am at home, I read on my couch, I read at my desk, I read at my vanity, I'll read on my porch, I'll read in the backyard. I like riding my bike too, so I try to find new parks every now and again to go, like, I'm like that type of girl. I will go have a picnic with myself in the park, blanket and all, and just read there for the next like 3-4 hours and I have a blast. That's just me, so I really could read anywhere. Unfortunately, I don't have like a Kindle yet or anything, so that kind of what scares me, because once I get a Kindle, I'm sure me reading in more absurd places is going to be a lot more intense than it already is. So I don't know if that's a good thing or not, but if once I get a Kindle, I am sure me reading in crazy places is just going to continue. Question 7 is, when did you start reading? I'm sure as all of us did, I started reading as a kid. When I was younger, I didn't really like reading that much. I think it's because of when I was in speech classes when I was younger, they like made you do like read out loud, and kids are mean, okay? Kids are mean. So I think that kind of like diminished my love for reading for a little while. But then once I got to around 12 or 13, everything just pretty much picked back up and I loved reading. I adored it. I remember me and my grandma would just be like sitting in the kitchen and I would just be like reading a book to her, and we both just loved that time together, and reading just became our thing. We read the whole Bible once, actually, so that was a crazy experience, but a cool experience. I'm not mad at that experience. Yeah, it's pretty much when I started reading. In my adulthood, I would say when I was 23-ish. I think when I was 23. I really got back into reading. You know, that's what heartbreaks do to you sometimes. You know, you find things you actually love. You know, when people break your heart, you end up finding your hobbies, your meanings. That's pretty much when I refound my love again at age 23, and since then I have not stopped. I've been reading ever since, and I'm not gonna stop. So yeah. So question 8 is, what is your favorite genres? As I was saying before, like I literally will try any new genre that I haven't tried before, or I don't really have beef with any genres. Like it's not like, oh, I hate that genre. So, but right now, I guess you could say my favorite genres are all the above. No, my favorite genres are like YA, fantasy fiction, romance, adult, new adult. There's so many out there these days that it's kind of crazy to keep up with. Mystery, thriller, did I already say fantasy? Fantasy, horror, short stories. I don't know if that is a genre in itself, but books that have short stories in them I love. Memoirs, dystopian science fiction ones. I feel like I have to like look at my show. Magical realism. I said memoirs, right? I even fuck with self-help books, as I was saying earlier. I love all genres as of right now. There's not a genre that I haven't read that I'm like, oh, I don't like that. But there's a few genres that I haven't even tried yet, so I am very open to trying. I think those are some of my favorites. Question 9 is, what questions would you ask your favorite YouTubers? Let me take a sip. For me, at least, my favorite YouTubers, I really love them and their personalities. So like if I really had a question to ask them, it would just be like, do you want to be friends? Because I want to be your friend. I kind of know everything about them. Does that make me a stalker? I kind of know everything about them because I can't really ask like, what's your favorite book, or like when did you get into reading, or anything like that, because I kind of already know. Yeah, I think that's it. I hope you guys actually got to learn a little bit about me. I tried my best to answer them properly. It took me a little while to want to push myself into doing this video, but it has gotten done. I am really thankful for everyone that I've seen also do this video. It made my anxieties level just like calm down a little bit to make me feel like we could do this, we got this. So thank you guys for watching this video and watching me, and sticking around to learn a little bit about me. I hope we become buddies. I hope we become best friends. I would fucking love that. And I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm sorry if there's probably way too many cuts in here because I have been coughing this entire video. You won't know, but I'm gonna know. My apologies for that. I really appreciate you. You already have a place in my heart if you watch this video, because I will just appreciate that. I think that's all for me. I will see you, or you will see me in another video. Later. You're so far away.
She was too independent.
As soon as I do the questions, oh my gosh. I guess that's a good time to take a sip. Hot. That was definitely my stomach. Could you hear that? Am I hungry? I just ate. Anyway, I'm going through it right now. Oh my god. Who is mowing the lawn? If this bird don't move along with his loud, cute self. Okay, I'm gonna let you slide. Question 5. Where is the sun going, bro? It is 2 o'clock. It's 2 o'clock and the sun just said we out.